All right, here we are. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sam Crescent art stream. We are live. This is a Sam Crescent art show. Let me check in on all the platforms and make sure they're up and running. Welcome, Twitch. We are live on Twitch, YouTube. Welcome to the stream. Where is YouTube? Yeah, here we go. We're up on YouTube. Welcome to the stream, YouTube. Kick, welcome, Kick. Let's see here. Are we live on Kick? Yes, we are live on Kick. Facebook, welcome, Facebook. Let's check in on Rumble, and yes, we are live on Rumble. Welcome to the stream, Rumble. I'm glad you're here. And Picarto, looks like maybe Picarto didn't work. Let's see. Yeah, we have an error on Picarto, so I'm not going to deal with it. It doesn't really matter. It's not really an important platform. So we'll not go live on Picarto today. We're live on all the other locales, and I am glad to be here. We're going to do a full stream today. Yesterday it was a slightly abbreviated one. And let's get right into it. Working through Bridgman's Book of 100 Hands. This is the page I'm on. And I need to do these two drawings down here. Page 102 of 182. If you've been watching me live, you would have seen me in the last 78 streams work my way through every single page of this book till up to this point. And we're going to keep doing it. We will, if you do it with me, complete the entire book of Bridgman's Book of 100 Hands. And we're going to then move on to more Bridgman, more anatomy, more foundational drawing, more structural drawing, more fundamentals that can help us improve our art. I do these warm-ups every single day. They're important to help me stay on point with my drawing. Drawing is a perishable skill. When you don't use it, when you're not actively doing it, looking at things, drawing them, trying to recall them, trying to pull things from memory, trying to pull things from reference and so forth, studying how things work, how they're put together, all these different skills, they does kind of go away. You do get rusty. You do, the proverbial sword gets dull, and you've got to do things all the time to keep it sharp. And you can see, if you watch my live streams, part of the reason why I wanted to live stream every day, so people can see that I actually walk the talk, that I actually do what I say. And that's a rare thing today, when they've got a lot of BSers out there, a lot of people that talk a big game, that put on an image, but then when it comes down to the nitty gritty, they're not actually doing it. Well, right here in the Sam Crescent Art Show, we're actually making, we're actually shaking, baking, and breaking it all the way down to the bottom, which is we'll get there by starting at the top and make our way through everything, get down to the bottom, and then we'll work our way back, reverse it, okay, through, and then start to get real slick with it. And that's where things start to come in, and we'll play it, say it, but we're not going to spray it. And when it gets back to the on the attack, it's like that makes that clickety clack, and the next thing you know, we're dropping bars like luxury cars, and people are just going crazy. And that's pretty much the whole gist of it. Now, this section of Bridgman's book is all I mean, it's the book of the 100 hands, so we are literally looking at hands, breaking hands down, trying to get better at the structure of our hands. And this section is the thumb now. We've done the pinky, we've done the thumb side of the hand, the pinky side of the hand, and now he's breaking down the actual thumb itself. And we're going to be looking at the thumb in great detail. And so let us continue here. And we have some more text description of the thumb, and we have a few more drawings of the thumb. Let's take a look at these drawings here. And somehow I got on a page up. We want to do these ones on this page here. So I haven't done these yet. So let's scoot this over. I very much like this idea here that Bridgman did of this thumb right there. And we're going to see that idea in play here again. This sort of shape here where it's here and here, here, and knuckle, and fold of the skin. And then he comes in and he does this wedged diamond shape for the pad of the thumb. And then he's got the tendons, the palmaris, the pollicis longus and brevis, I believe, coming up and here. So all this to me is the most interesting part of it. And let's look at this one. Let's go straight to this one because we have the same idea, but it's being shown from another point of view, which is pretty cool. All right, so let's get down with it. And I put in my big shape, my big gesture shape of what it's gonna be. And so again, there's that idea there. Come in and we're gonna ramp. There's the fold of the skin, and then we're gonna go right into that triangular heart-shaped kind of pad. Throw in the nail of there, and that's pretty much it. Now we'll get to the palm here. We've got some rendering coming here. We could, if we'd like, put those tendons in still, even though it's not in Bridgman's. We know about those, so we can add that in. And then we're going to get the back of the hand. We have this here comes, I may have to move that. It might be too close. Here, and then we've got two skin folds. And this is the first digit right here, the pointer finger with a knuckle coming through, and we're not bad. Our gestural shape was pretty close to what was there. Took a little bit more time with the gestural shape, went a little slower. Maybe that was beneficial to what we're doing. There we go. And so we've got, looking at Bridgman, we've got another nice simplified thumb right there. Now he's showing, I'm not sure what he's showing here, a grouping of bones and something. This little thing here, I'm going to just skip it. I don't think it's a well-developed idea. It's not well explained. And so I'm not going to bother with it. Now we've got the same thing, but this time we've drawn out the rest of the fingers. So let's see if we can fit this guy right here. And we'll get these angles kind of here. Here. Fan that. About there. And that might have to go out a little further. And ooh. Alright, let's see what we can get here. So again, we'll start with the thumb. Give ourselves something to grab onto right away. Wedge and knuckle. And this is live stream number 78. So we're getting closer to 100 live streams. Now, I've only been doing lives for a few months. Started doing them, and I was like, well, let's just do this every day. Predominantly started doing them because I wanted to just document my process. Really don't care about the audience. You know, I mean, I'm doing this work anyway. I figured out how to set it up on OBS and everything. And so I figured, well, why not live? Why not do it live? Why not show, you know, the world or whoever. I mean, the world's not watching this, but the world could watch it if they found it. But why not just kind of show what we're doing here? Kind of broadcast my work, show the process. People can see I have a record of proof that I'm actually doing it, especially in this new age of AI generated images. You have people that will question whether you're actually authentically making your art. Well, I have receipts now right here on my live stream that I can refer people to. They can see me doing and watching and seeing me do stuff in real time, which proves that I am the artist doing this, because it's all right here. Now, 78 lives, it's not really been that hard to do it, to be honest, because I'm already drawing and doing this stuff every flipping day. So I'm literally changed nothing other than the fact that I had to get this infrastructure set up, OBS, having all the stream keys set up, all that kind of thing, so that I could go live. That was the hassle of this. But once it's set up, it's fairly simple to maintain. Every now and then you'll have something go awry. You'll have to reconnect something, like today with Picarto. Now, Picarto is a platform that doesn't save any of your videos unless you pay for it, but it does focus on art streams. Don't really know that there's any audience there at all, to be honest. But I just set it up because I'm like, well, let's just add another channel that we can broadcast to. And for some reason, it's down today. But I'm not going to slow myself down to troubleshoot that one because it's not important. If it was Twitch, if it was Kick, if it was YouTube, if it was one of the bigger platforms, Rumble has actually been a great platform. I didn't think about streaming on Rumble, and then I kind of remembered about that platform, hearing about it on YouTube, different creators going there just as a backup and everything. And then I realized, I should stream on Rumble, and Rumble's been getting me lots of views. So I'm going to start uploading to Rumble, actually. Uploading the shorts, videos, the clips, and such. I'll start uploading those to Rumble because Rumble's been pretty cool. Let's do a little bit more of these, and then we'll move on to the comic book work. This one's interesting because he's showing the articulation of the thumb, originating from the saddle joint that it is. The thumb is the saddle joint, if you're not aware of that. And so the joint is kind of sits on like a saddle. I mean, that's the best way to explain it. That's why they call it that. Just looking at relationships here, looking at angles, where things go, and it's kind of all we can do. So I see an arc here for where the tips of the thumb go, so I'm kind of doing that. Maybe that comes down a little, maybe it doesn't. All right, let's see what we can get out of this. We're going to anchor off on that right there, and I'll get this shape here since it's all right in front of us. And now I've got the gestural shape, and I've got something that I've kind of leached onto, kind of grabbed onto to anchor my drawing from. Usually where I pick to anchor the drawing is whatever is the most important part of that drawing. And in this case, it's the thumb. The drawing's about the thumb. Now I kind of start at the pad. Why? Because this whole drawing is anchoring down there on the pad, showing the articulation of the thumb, moving around the where the saddle joint is for the bones of your hand. So that's why I kind of picked that area as an anchor. The reason why you want to anchor off on the most important thing. Let's say you're doing a drawing of a character posing. Maybe he's doing something, juggling some balls in a park. Okay, that's the drawing. Well, what's the most important part of that drawing? It could be what he's juggling. So your anchor would start there. Build your drawing around that anchor. The anchor would be the most focal, most developed part of the drawing. Or maybe it's the guy's facial expression. Maybe it's you want to show the level of concentration that he has while he's juggling his stuff, his balls. And so from that point, you anchor your drawing off on. Once I get, this is the gestural style that I practice. This is the style that I learned. That I learned from David Pimentel, was the guy that taught it at the Center Stage Gallery in Burbank, California, around 2014, and it was the Walt Stansfield gestural style of drawing that was taught in the Disney Animation Studios going back to the 1940s. And that's what David Pimentel learned from Walt Stansfield and passed his knowledge on through. He took it outside the Disney studio because the Disney studio wouldn't pay him anymore, wouldn't pay him for teaching it. They said they could not justify a second paycheck for him doing that. So he took the class outside the studio and passed the knowledge on to anybody that wanted to take the class, go up there to Burbank and learn it. And so I took the class from him 5 times because that's the number of times he basically taught it, made it available. And it was very, very good. And it's what resonates with me the most as far as how I approach my drawing. All right, so that's that part. This one is very interesting. Let's get this one, and then we've got to move on to animation. What's put in this here? So he's showing this is anchoring there. It's anchoring there. And anchoring there. So right here we've got this is something Bridgman does often. Kind of gets this here. There, swoop that down. Now I didn't put a gesture in here because it's just not a very big or complex shape. If I wanted to size it a specific size, then I try to put a gesture in of what I'm drawing and where the size of this should be and how it should go. But I'm not doing that, so not gonna worry about it. All right, there we go. Here we are with this. There we go. That's pretty much that thumb. I mean, this angle is different. I could hone it down more, do another one, but we've got to move on. We've been going for 17 minutes with the warm up. That's plenty of time. Usually I warm up for anywhere from 17 minutes to 20 minutes, but I've got a lot of animation work to do and we need to get to it. So let's save this here. And I'm going to just switch views. We can close it. It's fine. And we can go to we'll go to the device capture, and let's hit this up now. So I've got to expand this scene, but I also got to fix this scene. So let's work on this one first, because it's got some problems here. Let's see here. We've got this background. Let's do that first. So we're going to rasterize this. There's a number of things I strongly don't like about this background. Let's extend this. So let's go canvas size. Width, let's do 20. Let's do 15. Go this way. Say okay. All right, so again, kind of extend this room here. See here. Let's see here. Brush. Yeah, this is the one. Let's first of all get rid of this black line. Not needed. Okay, so we're going to take that out. We could also just turn off all of our characters here. So it looks like this. What is this? There's the person. Where's this? Where was the desk? Oh, there's the desk. So the desk doesn't need any changes, but boy, does this room need help. This is what in the wonk ass are we looking at here? So basically what I got to do is kind of fix the way this is rigged up and get it right. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's correct this couch here. So we've got this coming up here and down. All right, so there we go. Let's erase with our hard eraser. Let's get this kind of erased off. What is that we're looking at? It's this. Okay, I'm like, hold on, why is that a weird color? Okay, the eraser is not at full opacity. Let's fix that. All right, let's fix this. It's a little wacky, man. Brush this here. We'll render it out like that. We'll get this kind of design thing here. And I'll go in and repair the color in a minute. So now I got that fixed. This is some more what in the wonk ass kind of bullshit is going on here. Let's fix all this nonsense. Freaking crap. I much don't like that. Do it up here. Brush, and we'll just go here and there. Here and there. And all I'm doing on the Mac is just making a point, holding down the shift key, and we've got a nice straight line. So there we go. So we kind of fixed the corner of that room. Now I really dislike how this is all blurry. Perspective here on this couch as it moves in. So let's just put in some, but I don't like this. It's just distracting, weird, not needed. So we're gonna do our own thing there. And let's go from here. We're gonna be about here. And here. We'll extend this room even a little bit more. Let's move this one down here a little bit. It's too high. Hit the shift key, hold it down, and there we go. Okay, so this is better. And there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, so we still got some carpet texture here. I'm gonna just paint over the old carpet. Now this is a bunch of wonk ass up here as well that I very much do not like. So let's see, let's take it off and fix it. So what in the freaking hell? So I'm gonna fix that. This is, I don't know what the hell this shit is here. I'm gonna take this off, fix this. Okay. All right, let's go here. Hit that brush tool and here and there. Then we'll make the brush a little bigger so we can maybe show up better. There and there. There and there. No. There and there. There and there. No. There and there. All right, there we go. We got that wall kind of repaired now. It makes a little more sense. Get rid of some of that bullshit. All right, now let's make a layer to repair the color. And I'm just going to drop in our flat colors. This is not really sexy. I mean, this is, you know, fixing backgrounds and stuff like that is... oh, I didn't realize that was on a... up there. All right, so I'll do that one there. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, fixing backgrounds like this and everything is just it is just what you have to do sometimes when you're building out a project. And that's what I'm doing. I'm building out an animation project, and there's a reason why there's not a lot of people that make animation stuff, because it's what the hell. It is a lot of work. All right. So, very, very boring right now. We got that done. Let's drop in this section here. And we'll go back to the polygon tool. And we'll just patiently do this here. We'll just come here. It's fine. I accidentally logged myself out there. And then we'll this tool. Let's just use that marquee tool and fix it there. Okay, so blend this up in a minute. Let's go up here above the layer and let's hit the back to polygon. Doing this polygon lasso, it looks like, again. But we want to extend this, so like so. And then we'll hit it here. And there we go. We've extended the whatever that is, that molding, crown molding detail. Let's get it up here. And we've got some along here. And this isn't super important, but it's just kind of there's some wonk ass in this scene, and this is my cartoon. I'm producing it. I'm doing most of the animation on it. I'm doing doing a lot of the work on this. I wrote this story, all of this stuff. I don't want any of that wonk ass in my cartoon. I want a nice, clean, cool cartoon. Now this is more of a motion comic than a fully animated feature. But it's also fully awesome, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm doing what I'm doing here. And I'm going to be releasing this on first and foremost on DVD. So old school, you can buy it. Maybe I'll make a VHS version as well, just for the fun of it. Not too many of them, but I'll have a few. But yeah, I'm going physical media, man, and I want physical media to come back. I don't like paying endless subscriptions for everything. And what can I do about it? Well, I can make physical media myself of my own cool stuff and give people the opportunity to buy and own that stuff. And so you're not forced to, stream everything and all that. You can actually build your own library of cool stuff. And I want to make that possible. So that's the predominant game plan. Let's see. It is 6:30 a.m. I have been up since 5 a.m. Taking care of business, taking care of different tasks, especially instructions and stuff. I have an animator that I'm working with on this project to help me get it sped along, get through it. And I have to write him notes basically every day, and on changes, on adjustments, on what we're going to do on scenes. And so I was up early writing my animator's notes finished the notes, set up the stream, went to the bathroom, and now we are here. And we are happy to be here. What a great day it's going to be today. July 8th. July 8th. We are in the middle of it. What are we in the middle of? We are in the middle of summer. We are in the middle of the summer months. My favorite time of year. I love the summertime. My kids they're all home from school. I get to spend the most time with them, which I enjoy doing. My son works with me every day during the summertime, all day long, and helps me immensely getting work done, getting things made, getting ahead with the biz and everything. And I very much enjoy and value the time that I get to spend doing things with him. And my daughter's around, my other son's around, and it's just one of my favorite times. One of my favorite times of the year. Now, for this carpet, let's do it underneath first. We'll just marquee it out here. All right. Let's get this color. Oh, we did make a mistakey here. So let's go back and lasso with the regular lasso this out. All right. What in the wonk ass is that? Let's get that. There we go. Okay, so now we have somewhat of a closer color. Let's get back to this. We got to fix again here. Okay. And then let's get this fixed here. All right, so now we're looking better. Now we're gonna go on the top, and it's blending time. So we're gonna go with a soft brush, and we'll just blend this up as best we can. Let's hit a 20%, and let's just hit a new layer so I can just kind of, where I have overspray and such, I can just correct that off of there later. That looks pretty close to me. Let's get this one here. Over here, I want to cover those blurry, weird lines with some good ones. 30% here. 20%. All right, and I think that's good enough for the carpet. I mean, it's just a carpet. It doesn't need much more than that. That's going to be fine. Let's get into this couch. Move the size of this thing down a bit and get to 40% maybe. Okay, 70%. Okay, there we go. And what else do we need to blend? We need to blend this. And then all I'm going to do once I've blended all this together is I'm just going to go through this, and there we go. So you got rid of that line there. That's good enough. Now all we're going to do is go through this, the lasso, and we'll just get rid of some of our overspray. There we go there. Got a little bit of overspray here. We'll get rid of that. There. Oopsies, too much. Let's just use a hard brush. Let me see here. It looks like I just need to go up higher. So let's get rid of this overspray. We'll go all the way up to here. And we'll clean up here around this this couch here. And along here. I hate this tool. All right. Go to eraser, make sure it's a hard one, and fix here. What in the cockamamie? All right. Where is that? Okay, I think we're good with that. So we've got this extended scene. We could add more if we wanted to. There we go. A little bit of detail in there. And gonna hit that one. Hit that. And just adding this little more architecture to the ceiling makes it just a tad more, a little tad more interesting to look at. Nothing huge, just some happy little, in the words of Bob Ross, some happy little things happening. These are no accidents. Really don't have much accidents in digital media, unfortunately. But traditional, you get to enjoy the fruits of the accidents. All right. Okay, we are moving right along with it. So let's see what else we need here. Let's bring this one just up to the line. And here we go. We're doing pretty well. Now we have some stuff here. Maybe we'll blend this here. Let's hit that soft brush. Yet again. Hitting the softy. And there we go. All right, that is done. I'm going to stop now. Let's merge all this spit together. And that's the background extended. Got a nice label for that. We'll clean up our edges. Clean up the edges here. Let's fix this. Hold on. Did I take too much off here? Yes, just a tad. Let's push this over and we'll take it off right there. But I think we got rid of most of the wonk ass that was present in this background, which was very much irritating to me. Still some stuff here I don't like. Let's hit this soft brush. Percentage are we on here? 100%. 40. I just want to get rid of anything that looks unintentional, unnecessary, not needed. That's good. Now we've got, this is the desk. No changes needed to the desk. The woman we're going to have to do something with. Rocking is fine. We're going to change his electricity. So, what in the hell? All right. One more thing. Like, oh, is this part of rocking or is that on the background? It's on the background. Okay. Hit this. Okay, so for the electricity, I'm going to redo it. We're going to hit this with an orange. And make this. So I'm going to redo it so that he's got this orange outline on his rocking, arcing energy bolts, Tesla coil bolts that are in full arcing action at all times. And if these aren't, and we're gonna do an A/B animation of them. Now let's see how that is tangent with that. That's not good. So let's move it up there. That way and then see how that's a tangent there. What the freak? Move that down there. Kind of avoid those tangents whenever we can. And Mike, I think about Mike Witherby all the time when I work on these pages. I haven't worked on them in a while, but Mike Witherby was the artist that penciled this comic, a big portion of it with me, drew a lot of it, and then he unfortunately passed away in 2020, not from COVID, from other health issues. And I wish that he could have the freak. Okay. I wish that he could have seen this though. Cause it would have blown his mind. Let's expand that by like 3. All right, so there's the electricity 1. Now let's do the electricity 2. We'll just knock this one back down. Turn on the 1. Let's get the correct outline. Right here. And we're just going to do something else. There we go. Get that going there. Loop around. A swoop around. There it is. Let's hit the selection in that bad boy. Selection modify. We're going to expand this by 3 pixels. Go under it, go here, get the right yellow color, go back, drop it in, merge it together, relabel it. All right, and now let's get this one, and we don't need it. Need this. Need this. So we'll delete this off. Oh, it's a smart object. Let's rasterize that. Okay. Gone. Gone. I'm gonna rasterize this one. All right. So now I'll send this over to my animator. Hold on a minute. Let's fix this here. And when I send it over, he'll be able to just kind of have these going different ways. So we'll have some action there. Now let's get this robot. And something's off with this robot. His arms are weird. Need to fix it. So let's go rasterize that layer. And we'll do a couple of things here. All right, so let's change the head first. Put that head on its own layer. Go down here. We're going to delete the old head off of this guy. Oops. Now let's extend this neck a little bit so that we can have some room to play underneath. So a lot of my style of animation is like, I'm just a lot of character rigging. Building rigs and then just pushing the rigs as far as I can. Because I don't have a crew. It's doing straight ahead animation is a bit too much labor to be able to do it. Now let's change the proportions a little bit of this head. Should be a little whiter is how he goes. And now we're gonna erase off this because this was the old design. The original design of Evil Robot had a triangular nose. The new design has no nose, and I prefer that one. I prefer that version. Okay. So we're gonna say robot head. Add a blink on this guy. It's gonna take us all of 2 seconds to do. Whoops. Okay, fine. We'll just do this here. Goodbye, eye. And goodbye, other eye. Soft brush. We have a soft brush. Let's soften that and just weep, weep, weep. Okay. Here. Get a black. Switch over. Literally, we just do this. That's all that's needed. And we now, let's merge these together. We now have a blank. So type that in. Evil robot blink. All right, much improved already. Now, the head and stuff is like not really where it's supposed to be. So let's move it where it should be, which would be more to here, the middle of his body. And then let's adjust this. So that it is also more in the middle. All right, so that looks less weird. And now let's fix these hands. We don't really need to animate these hands. It's just not necessary. But it makes no sense why they'd be behind his body. So that's corrected. There. There. A little darker in there, huh? Yeah, that's looking good. Hit this black, hit a brush, and I may have to stop to go to the bathroom. Gonna try to avoid that, but why would I try to avoid that? That'd be silly, huh? All right, that looks good. Now we can add a really quick animation on this. Go here, hit the black. And we're just going to do some other pulse pattern. There we go. Merge this together. And now you can see we can have his screen kind of going. Let's get rid of this little black dot. It's a little distracting. Cool. And this pulse too. All right, so there's still one more thing we got to fix here. I got to go to the bathroom. I can't hold this. So I'm going to hit the bathroom, and then we've got to fix her. So let's see here. Let's hit this with a softer brush. All right, I'm going to be back. Got to go to the bathroom. Oh, Scott, what's up, dude? Vacation. Dude, that's great, man, that you're on vacation. And we got the fake Alkai says, yo, I love this, man. I dig the line art. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the kind words. Elias, what's happening, dude? Elias, or is that, I don't know if that's Elias Ellis. 88 says hi. I'm saying hi back. What time is it now? It's 6:55, so I missed some of you guys' chats, but I appreciate you giving me some something there. Let's see. So now the next one is this woman. Gonna fix her. And let's remove the desk here, and we got some wonk ass here. So she's on the phone, and then in the animation she gets up and she still has this hand on her head with the phone. So what we'll do is we're going to duplicate her. And where's that box? Going to duplicate her here. Where's duplicate? Duplicate layer. Hold on, let's rasterize this first. Okay. Yeah, we're going to say woman seated. And then this one will be woman standing. So when she's seated, it looks like she's on the phone, right? That works. Let's clean that up real quick. Here, we got this like fragment of something floating around there. Get rid of that stuff. A little bit cleaner. Okay, so we have this woman here. She's on the phone, and this is not the best drawing of a hand, but we're going to leave it because it's not that important and it doesn't take that long, and it's very small. So we'll leave that there. And we'll do the standing one. And let's rasterize that one. And we're going to remove this stuff and fix it up so it doesn't look so weird. So let's just let me grab a harder brush here. Just kind of paint off this here, there. We can just continue with whatever Mike was doing here. This deep shadow. This is all weird. Let's fix this here. And all right, let's see here. We got some weird stuff happening here. I don't know what the hell this is. All right, let's blend this together. Go with something here. Whatever that line is, we don't need it. All right, that kind of fixes that. Yeah, what is going on with this? Give her a we'll just put all that in shadow right now, and then we'll figure out what we can do about it. This is all weird too. I don't know what is going on with this stuff. And like this would be the neck here probably. So let's get that. And all right, fixing that there. Yeah, Scott says take your break. Yeah, I should. If like I was gonna go to the bathroom and then it like because I didn't go right away, it went away. So when the urge comes back, I will go. 20%. All right. That's pretty good. I don't know what this is going on here either. It's like so weird, man. This is all weird. Why is this is so weird, this thing? Kind of weird ass stuff this guy come up with. Some of the stuff that's weird on this is I hired a guy to do the initial rigging and cropping of all this, and he told me he could kind of fill in these characters and stuff. So I said, yeah, go ahead. And some of it is just whatever it was doing, it looks super weird. And so I just have to go fix it. It still saved me time. But there we go. All right, that's a little better. Let's go with this color. Okay, so the hand's not here anymore, so we can remove that so it doesn't look like she's got some weird back. All right, this is looking better. Now let's blend this better. Oh, I didn't mean to go that far out. All right, that's fixed and up there. Looking better than it was. Let's fix it up. Here. All right, there we go. Let's see what we're doing with here. Okay, we're basically there. Let's just put some black line art over the top of this. I'll finished this one. None of that. What's going on? I was not in brush, I guess. Yeah, all right, there we go. All right, that's fine. Get this here. Get this going a little better here. Just get rid of that overspray. I think we fixed this up good enough. This is a really short scene. Not a lot happening. Looks much better than it did. Let's merge that. Woman standing. She still has some pretty deep shadows on her, but this is a very short moment in time. So this scene, there's a seated, and then the standing, the phone comes off her head. I think this scene's got everything it needs. It's basically done. There is more stuff I could do to make it look better. Oh, what the hell? Let's do a little bit of it. A couple things. One, we've got a super dark shadow under that desk. So we would have a similar shadow kind of under this couch. Put them in the same reality. Next, we've got let's go normal multiply. There's some shadows under these guys' legs, kind of here. Why not? And then where I put these kind of textured lines, supposed to be texture from the carpet, kind of reinforce it with this. And then I'm going to knock this down so it's not quite so dark. And it looks like these are mostly just like kind of underlit. So that that must be with robot. Okay. Yeah, we'll just make it the something like that. There's plenty. And then I'll take a soft brush and just go over the top of these textures with my tool. And we'll have some of them just without the black. That way we feel like the carpet is a little more deliberate and less looks like the guy just made a bunch of black marks on it. That looks good there. Some stuff here. All right, that's cool. And eraser. Sort of middle area is kind of there, so it's kind of later there. Break some of these black lines up a little bit. All right, let's stop there. Okay, so that's going to do it for that page. Oh, man. 20 days off. Man, that's a lot of days, dude. That's great. That's like a whole summer vacation. Whole month. Nice. Alaska. I'm headed out to Montana. Alaska's gonna be great. I'm headed to Montana in a couple weeks. And then it's gonna be like a 2 or 3 weeks that I'll be up there, Montana, then over the northwest, and then back down to the redwoods, and then back down home. It's gonna be a long summer trip. Yeah, my sister's got a place up there on the lake, a cabin. So we go up there like usually every year, and it's really nice. And there's something else, but I was going to tell you, but I forgot. All right, so this is the next thing I got to do here, which is I got to extend all of these guys. So we'll start at the top. This is more stuff I got to do for animation. All right, let's get into it. So I should be able to get all of these characters completed. Completed today. Let's see here. This here. That works. Let's push the character down a little bit lower than the stage that's in front of him. So we got some room. That's basically it. I applied for TwitchCon. It's in San Diego in November, but I won't hear back until August if I'm gonna get into it. Now, what I applied for is they have an artist alley there, where they have artists come and you can set up and sell your stuff like at a comic book convention, but it's a Twitch convention, so it's like, I don't know what. Probably they have streamers and guests and Twitch stars and activities and all kinds of stuff at it. But to get into Artist Alley, you have to have streamed, I guess, 3 times in the last 6 months or something like that. But anyway, I more than meet that. I more than qualify as far as that goes because I've streamed like every day. I did the 70. This is stream number 78 so far this year, and I just started a few months ago. So I won't have any problems with that one, but I really do hope I get accepted in there because I've heard that it's actually really good for sales. And so that would be nice. It's right here in San Diego where I'm from, where I live. So that part would be great. And then who knows? I mean, I don't know, might be helpful for my Twitch stuff because I do stream on Twitch all the time. So we'll find out if I actually got there, if I actually got into it in August. So I've got a little bit of a wait to go, and then I'll know soon enough. But I sent in a pretty killer application, so hopefully they take a full consideration and give me a shot. Oh, let's take off the wood floor. We want to go down below that. I'll blend this later. Just want to get the local color dropped in. And then we'll blend it up. All right, that's cool. All right, let's see here. Let's get this over here a little bit more so it's in the right perspective. That looks pretty good. Now we just blend it up. That's done. Put his lightning bolt on another layer. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do all of the blinking today. I'll try. Soft brush. I've been going for hour 20, and we'll see how long it takes me to. We'll do a layer, and this will be the blend layer. We'll see how long it takes me to just do the extending these characters out and such. Good. Go. That's gonna work. I'm good with that. Let's see. And we put the wood floor on top. That's basically what we got there. There's a little bit of overspray here. Let's get rid of it. All right, let's merge this together. Oh, got one more line art here. All right, cool. So we got him on one layer. Let's get rid of these lightning bolts and put that on its own layer. And we'll give him two options of it. And we got to do the alpha lock anti-aliasing on this guy. So we're going to go. First thing is I just copied that. Now we'll just delete it off. All right, let's see here. I'm going to alpha lock this guy. Hit the black, the brush. And you see how there's a sort of long brush here. Let's get something like this. See how there's that sort of outline kind of around his head and such. We want that not to exist. So I'm going to just go around the outline of the character and make sure there's none of that on him. It's all good. All right, that looks good. That's clean. Okay, now let's do the lightning bolt. And we'll just copy this one first. We're going to do two options, and then we can swap them back and forth in our animation. But I'd like it better when there's a color hold on the outside of his bolts, and it's not black. So, gonna go get the rest of this done. Wait, what? Oh, I just did that on the layer. Whoops. All right, well, let's redo it. It sounds like it's C. All right, we are there. Let's go this all the way up. Hit that. Turn that off. One selection, modify, expand. 3 pixels. Hit that. Hit it in. What? What did I do here? Why did that happen? There we go. Hit that one. Yes. All right. So there we go. And that's on its own layer. Let's do another one so that we can alternate it with something. Oh, let's see here. No, I don't like that shape. Let's try something else. Let's go here. There. That's why it's a little bit more close to. There we go. Now it's more in the same family of what it already had up there. There we go. There you go. So those can toggle back and forth. And that'll be enough. So the next character is the robot. Same thing, we just want to expand him out. And I'm gonna go through every single one of these guys and finish them up. This guy's done. I don't have to do anything with him, but these all need to do something with. This isn't gonna take too long. Turn off this. Let's go down here. Take that out to there. That's enough. Let's see where we're at with this thing. Let's do some dark stuff on the front here. This is all covered anyway, but we're just having it in there so that there's some room for my animator to kind of play with this a little bit. It'll work. Put that in the wrong place, actually. It works. Let's see here. That's pretty good there. It's all gonna be covered here, but like now there's some room for this guy to do some stuff. Let's robot there. Oh, this is more robot. All right, now this guy, anything. We're gonna have to do the anti-aliasing and all that stuff, but let's put his head on a layer of its own. Turn the head off. Fix that. All right, that's cool. Go here, get the color in. Okay. Take care of that. Oh, I might have to take a break soon. It's been going for hour 38. Making progress. The head. Update the head without the nose. All right, and then his head. Let's just make a layer for each character now. Since each one's got multiple assets assigned to them, drop him in there. And I can just turn them off with one click. Then we've got robot there. Add another layer. This literally takes all but 2 minutes, yet I find myself like not wanting to do it, and it's a very simple thing that improves the animation quite a bit. It's just adding blinks to the characters. we go. Save that. This is all the blink here. So now, you know, he just that simple blink like makes him come alive. Makes a huge difference. All right, so we got those two guys done. This is seats row 1. Let's lock it. And then we've got these guys. And this guy will be the first one. All right, I'm going to take a break. I can go to the bathroom and stuff. And then I'll be back. The stream's not over. I'm going to keep it running. And I'm going to finish this guy off, this guy, this girl, this woman. So all these characters will be completed. Then we got to go through and add blinking to every single character. And this scene will be filled out enough and ready to go. All right. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, feel much better. Much better. Just got back from the bathroom. Much needed break. Hour 53 minutes. I probably left about hour 40, hour 30, something like that. But I am back in action, ready to go. Let's keep this moving. All right, let's see here. We're on this dude. I think they call this guy Flat Top. Let's oops. Let's get this guy done here. So we got Flat Top. Um, bring him down. I don't know what's going on that shirt, but I'm just gonna paint it off because it's weird and confusing. There's some weird stuff happening here. All right, that's good. That is good. I can turn that off even, and I can kind of see a little better. Okay, now I'm just gonna drop in a local color. This one's fine. I want to get rid of this. I'll do another local color on top of this. Did I do the anti-aliasing on the robot? I don't think I did. So I'll have to go back and do that. All right, I think I'm going to go to blend mode. Just kind of blend in this thing here. It's pretty good. Let's get this highlight color on him. I mean, none of this is going to be visible, so it doesn't really matter. That's probably all we need. Let's get rid of the overspray. All right, that's it. He's done. Let's merge this guy together. We'll call this guy, we'll call him Flat Top still. All right. So there he is. Row of chairs behind him, in front of him, and then there's the chairs behind him. So that guy's done. And it's less distracting with whatever that gold thing was. Let's go up to the robot before I forget. Let's alpha lock the head and make sure that we've got that we get rid of the anti-aliasing and such that kind of happens when you take something that was originally drawn as a comic book and you start cropping it and rigging it up for animation. You'll get fragments, you get anti-aliasing, you get stuff that you just gotta get rid of, take care of. Whoops. Just move that. Just move that without meaning to. Printing a new shirt today. I have Creep IE this weekend. It's a stacked lineup for the show. I mean, it should be good. They got a lot of top tier celebrities in the house. Hopefully they'll bring in a lot of shoppers, some good attendees, and all that. So I'm hoping that I pull it off. It's technically a harder shirt to print. It's gonna be a 4-color process print, which means we're using halftone dots and we're using the colors yellow, cyan, and magenta in order to create the shirt. See how that's a tangent there? So we gotta move them over a little bit so there's no tangent there. Okay. All right, so next is Redhead. He's on the same row. But I'm doing it on a black shirt. So when you print on a black t-shirt, there's a little bit of a problem, and that is that the shirt is black. And so if you're trying to print color on black, it's very hard. It has to be like either a super opaque color, and there's really, you can't. It's usually you have to have, well, there's a couple. You have to put a base down, a white base, and then you print on top of your white base. Well, with the 4-color process, you're actually the cyan, magenta, and the yellow are all transparent inks because you want them to layer on top and mix with each other. So there's not any opacity. So how do you print those on a black shirt? Well, like I said, you got to put down a white base. So the way I'm going to do it with the white base, the way I've set it up is I'm going to create a discharge base. So one is you just put like a thick, heavy cover, opaque white. And you put that down, and there's some wonk in here, man. What the hell? The flippin' heck is all this stuff? All right, let's kind of give this dude a collar. Oh, I'm on the layer. No, it's gonna make it hard. Let's just redo it. Nothing I did was difficult, so there we go. Let's make a line art layer. It's gonna be faster and easier. I don't remember what I did, but that's close enough. Let's give this guy a collar here, and here. All right, so as I was explaining about we can give him a tie. That's fine if we want it, if he wants it. And then there's some walk ass here that I'm gonna just not allow to stay. That's it. Okay, so Now I'll do color. Then I'll explain about this t-shirt printing stuff. What the hell is what here? All right, now I get it. That's that. So the way I'm going to print my white base is I'm going to do a discharge white. Now the discharge ink is an ink that it essentially you mix it up with this activator, and then once you mix it up, you've got to print with it within about 8 hours for the best results. You print it, and then the ink has to be heated up to 340 degrees. And when you do that, what it does is it causes a chemical reaction to take place where the ink actually strips the dye out of the shirt and then re-dyes it with whatever color you put into the discharge base. And in this case, it'll just be white, or it'll be nothing. And if it's nothing, then when it strips off the dye, it'll just be whatever color the t-shirt is underneath. That's what I'm going to be doing, is it's going to be nothing. So when it activates, it's going to change the color of the shirt to the white of whatever the cotton is that the shirt was made with. And it only works with cotton. So, I mean, you can do it with polyester and other stuff, but it's going to be more gray. The color's not as the same. So it's pretty complex. I'm also doing this whole job with water-based inks. And when you're working with water-based inks, usually you get the most vibrant colors with discharge, because water-based don't have, even the best water-based don't have the same type of opacity that you get with Plastisol inks. And that's what most shops and stuff print with. It's Plastisol. I don't. My shop, I've set it up. I have my own little shop that I created, and my shop is a water-based shop. I like it better. It's better for the environment. It's softer. It is more advanced. It's harder, but I like constantly trying to push my skills and improve how well I can print things. Now, so the process is essentially, my son and I are going to do this today. We're going to print down a discharge base, and then we print right on top of that base. Oops. Our 4-color inks, and then we're going to immediately shoot it through the dryer and heat it up to 340 degrees, cause a chemical reaction to take place, and we should have a nice, cool, clean, awesome looking print. We'll find out. Though. It's not easy. There's many things that can go awry when you're screen printing stuff. I do want to make a website soon for my screen printing shop, even though I don't take jobs, and I don't plan to take any jobs anytime soon. I just want to have it set up, and I think it'll bring a little more credibility to what I do, make people more aware of all the skill sets that I am putting into and employing into my artwork. Get that looking cool. Okay, now let's just paint in the highlight areas. It's good enough there. Go, let's get this color. No. Good enough. Most of this is not going to be visible, so it really doesn't matter, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Just to make sure that the stuff's there. Whoops, what did I just do? All right, let's knock this down a bit. There we go. All right, let's kill all the overspray and stuff. Just kind of, it's all on this layer, so. That works. Got some overspray here, maybe. Thing is the tie's just like too low. Like nobody's tie is gonna go down that low. That's an easy fix though. We'll fix it. Let's go here. All right. So I'm gonna stop there with this guy. I'm not gonna stop for the day. But let's just get this dude. I'm gonna move this tie like up to there. let's now that I see how this kind of works, do it like that. What? Okay. Try it again. Move that up to there. No. Getting there, we're getting there, guys. Try that. Oh, all right. We're almost here. We're almost there. That's good. All right, this guy, it's as good as it's gonna be. Goes right there. Let's fix this right here. Okay. One seats background. Oh. couple things here that got to be fixed. So, all right. Oh, look at this. Right here, we've got this deep shadow off the neck, and then it's light there. That's not going to be the case. So, we're going to have to go back up here and literally this would, if the shadow's that dark there, it's going to be probably, oops, probably at least that dark there. And you're going to have some dark shadow here. And some dark shadow there. Some dark there. That's going to be darker over there. There. And I'll just render it off. But yeah, I mean, it's an eraser. There we go. I mean, that's too messy. Let's undo that. That's good enough. Let's stop. Stop on that guy, Sam. You've done enough. You've done enough. All right. It's still like, what the heck, man? If it's that dark, man, it's like this in here is going to be dark. This is going to be dark. This isn't going to be glowing. All right, that's better. What the heck? Do that on the flat top guy. All right. All right, we got that done. Let's get this row in front. There. Okay, so we got two guys here. Can't take it, man. I got to do more on this. Still not satisfied with it. There we go. That's better. All right, next guy. Is this dude here. Where is this guy? So here we go with this Seats Row 2. It's this guy here. Rasterized layer. Going for 2 hours, 24 minutes, man. This is a long stream, but I am trying to get as much done here as I can. Let's switch this bad boy over. Got a color there. Turn these guys off. I think it's actually going to be, yeah, I think it's going to be more like this. It's going to come down somewhere around there. And that's fine. There we go. Something like that right there. It's going to work just okay. Oh, that's all right. Put in a local color. Looking good. Oh, I'm starting to fatigue from this. Usually I take a break, do a different activity, and then I go back and do more drawing, illustration, painting in the afternoon. I'm doing a bunch of commissions right now. I can't live stream those because it's non-disclosure, confidential. But once I've got those out of the way, I'll be able to live stream my afternoon sessions as well. What the hell just happened? Weird. All right, it's good enough. think that's it. I've got to blend this a little better. This guy was a lot easier than the other guy. The other guy was giving me problems. Um, this is kick ass. This is kick ass. Let's get this in here. Oh, that's pretty cool. What the hell is this? Weird, man. I mean, this guy's got a giant neck. I'm just going to call this guy Big Neck. Because, like, holy cow. That guy's huge. These guys are good. What is this? You know what? Turn that back on. You just can't have this much shadow on one side and have the face be the same and not have basically everything I'm doing here. There we go. All right, that's all right, that's looking pretty good there. So all that's left is Granny. Oh no, we got blonde hair and Granny. So let's get those two done. Big neck we can get rid of. Here we are. All right, so we'll get blonde hair and gray done. Then we gotta do all the blanks. Holy cow, this is a lot of work. Going on 2 hours 36 minutes. It is 9. What is it? 8:37. Coming up on 9 a.m. in the morning. Rasterized layer. Well, I'm making up for yesterday's stream, which was a short one, because there are so many other things to tend to. No, that will go there. No. That'll be good there. Put this over the top. Oh, I did all the line art on her. Man, it's fine. We'll just go back over it. All right, let's get this in here. Just thinking of Super Mario Brothers song. My friend just put out this new Super Mario Brothers beatbox. It was pretty dope. So kind of got it stuck in my head a little bit. That's pretty cool. Let's go. I think that's all we need. Man, that's it. We've got enough there. And what we need to do is all right. That's pretty cool. Got that done. Let's see. Where is she? Big neck's right there. I gotta move her over a little bit, but we'll just keep her right there. The overlap between her and Big Neck is pretty good. Her head's a little big. Let's a little smaller. All right, there we go. All right, so now we just have granny glasses. Oh, I gotta power up here. Whoa, I gotta power up. Freaking getting tired. All right, granny glasses. Let's rasterize that one. When then we'll have done it, we'll have at least completed all these characters. And from there, we will be moving on to the bigger, better things. Thinking about taking this portraiture class, oil in portraiture. It's expensive, but I know I would get a lot out of it. So I really want to do it. I think I'm going to sign up for it because this purple hat guy, move him out of the way. And then Granny. Out of the way. That's all we need for her. So it's just going to be a matter of dropping in the local color, blending it out well enough, and then it'll be done. That's looking pretty good there. I think that's good enough. Let's just, all we gotta do is just, I gotta get this hair. All right, it's blending time. Let's blend this all in. The light side, so I kind of just want to. I think that's all it's gonna need. Oh, we got to get something in here to blend this out more. All right. I see here. Okay. I think that's gonna work. Let's go back to the line art layer. Kind of define that a little bit. Define that a little more. Whatever this is, I don't know what the hell is going on there. It's not good. That works. You can go here, multiply. Fix this in a minute. What the hell is this? Keep it on that. We'll just... There we go. That's good enough. Now let's just clean up our overspray. I think we're good. Let's merge all this together. All right. Green. And then this is going to be seats row 3. So essentially what the scene is we've got these, oh, where's her seats? I gotta turn those on. All right, here we go. So essentially what this scene is we've got this stage here. I gotta make all these characters blink still. And I've got each character now on their own layer here. They've got a row of chairs in front of them so they can animate to a small degree. And they have all signed up to be temp workers as Christmas tree delivery personnel. And they are here in this auditorium to receive their instruction for and training for their Christmas tree delivery position that they're going to be doing for Santa's Total Christmas Tree Delivery Services, which is a fictitious company I created that is the largest Christmas tree delivery conglomerate in the nation. Business doesn't actually exist in real life. I made it up in my Strength Monsters world. My main characters, Rock King and Evil Robot, have had to take jobs as Christmas tree delivery personnel, and it's going to be a slapstick comedy about what happens to them, what they encounter on the job as Christmas tree delivery people. So that's it. That's what I'm working on with this one. It's coming together. What I got to do next is put in the blinks on all these characters. And let's see, 8:56. I think I just need to like stretch for a minute, take a minute break, and then power through and make all these mofos blink, because then I can send all this over to my animator and he can get started on it. I don't know. Maybe I'll make him blink tomorrow. I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. Let's see. 5 minutes per character. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So I'm going to say 45 minutes to make all these guys blink. And it's 8:57, so it'd be like 9:45. I can't do it today. It'll be too late because I need to be printing by 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna have to make them blink tomorrow, and I will in the stream now take what I have, send it to the animator, and then I'll be going from there. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you did, appreciate you. I will be back tomorrow with a brand new stream. Tomorrow is going to be Thursday, last day that I'll be able to stream this week, because then I've got Creep IE this weekend, and there's no way I can keep the stream going still and be vending all weekend. It would destroy me. But this is not going to destroy me. I will see you all really soon.